Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a deep dive into AI for content writing.
Mm,
It's something that I know a lot of our listeners are interested in,
right, yeah.
and it's a field that is just exploding right now with new tools and
Yeah,
possibilities. So,
absolutely.
so
So,
we're going to try to cover as much as we can today.
yeah, we've got a lot of ground to cover, that's for sure. I'm excited to dive in.
Yeah, me too. So for folks who are maybe just getting started with this, like what are some of the things that AI can actually do to help content writers?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is just the sheer speed and efficiency that AI can bring to the writing process. It can help you generate ideas faster,
Hmm.
research more effectively, and even write entire drafts of articles or blog posts in a fraction of the time it would take a human.
Wow. So we're talking like serious time savings here.
Oh, absolutely. And that's not even mentioning the things that AI can do to help you improve the quality of your writing, things like grammar and clarity and even SEO optimization. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. SEO can be a real headache for
For
writers.
sure.
Yeah.
But there are AI tools out there now that can analyze your content and give you suggestions on how to make it more search engine friendly.
So it's like having an SEO expert on call 24/7.
Exactly. And that can make a huge difference in terms of getting your content seen by more people.
Okay, so we're talking about AI that can help with idea generation, writing, editing, research, and even SEO?
Yep. That's pretty much the whole gamut of content creation.
That's incredible. So what are some of the specific tools that we're going to be looking at today?
Well, we've got a pretty extensive list, actually. We're going to be talking about ChatGPT and Jasper,
Okay.
Grammarly Hemingway, editor, SurferSEO Clearscope,
Wow.
Copy.ai, Write Sonic Phrase, and ScaleNut.
That's a lot to unpack.
It is,
Mm.
but I think it's important to cover a wide range of tools because there's really something out there for everyone,
Hmm.
whether you're a blogger, a marketer, a student, or just someone who wants to improve their writing.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's start with maybe one of the most well-known tools, ChatGPT. I feel like everyone's talking about this one these days.
Yeah, ChatGPT is definitely having a moment. It's an AI writing assistant that can generate different kinds of text formats like poems, code scripts, musical pieces, email letters, you name it.
Wow, it's like a creative Swiss Army knife.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And it's really good at mimicking human language. So the text it generates can be surprisingly natural and engaging.
So it's not just spitting out random words. It actually sounds like something a human could have written.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so powerful.
Okay, so ChatGPT is one of these AI writing assistants. You mentioned Jasper as well. What's the difference between the two?
They do have some overlapping capabilities, but Jasper is more geared towards marketing and business content. It offers templates and features specifically designed for things like ad copy, product descriptions, and landing pages.
So if you're looking to write a killer sales page, Jasper might be the way to go.
It could be a good option for sure.
Hmm.
It also has some pretty impressive SEO features built in.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Kind of, yeah. And it's constantly being updated with new features and capabilities.
That's cool. So we've got ChatGPT for more creative writing and Jasper for marketing content. What about those other tools you mentioned, Grammarly and Hemingway Editor? Are they AI powered too?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Both Grammarly and Hemingway Editor are AI-powered writing enhancement tools.
Okay.
So they're not going to write your content for you, but they can help you polish it up and make it the best it can be.
I love Grammarly. I use it all the time. It catches all my typos and grammatical errors.
Yeah, it's a lifesaver.
But what about Hemingway Editor? How is it different?
Hemingway Editor is less about perfect grammar and more about clarity and conciseness.
Hmm.
Like writing in a bolder, more direct style.
So it's like having Ernest Hemingway himself editing your work.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It helps you identify sentences that are too complex adverbs that you can cut and passive voice constructions that you can make more active.
I could definitely use some help with that.
I think we all could. Hemingway Editor is a great tool for anyone who wants to make their writing more impactful and engaging.
So we've got tools that can help us write better and tools that can help us write faster. What else is out there?
Well, we haven't even touched on the AI tools for SEO yet, and that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's talk SEO. All right, so we talked about these AI writing assistants that can actually help us generate content
Right.
and tools that can help us refine our writing like Grammarly and Hemingway Editor. But you mentioned SEO.
Yeah.
How can AI actually help us with SEO?
Well, getting your content seen online is a huge challenge, right?
Yes.
SEO or search engine optimization.
Right.
It's all about making sure your content ranks high in search results. And AI is playing a bigger and bigger role in that process these days.
I see. So instead of just writing like whatever comes to mind,
Yeah,
we need to think about what people are actually searching for online.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where tools like SurferSEO and Clearscope come in.
Mm-hmm.
They're like AI-powered SEO detectives.
Mm-hmm.
They can analyze tons of data to figure out, what keywords people are using,
Yeah.
what kind of content is already ranking well,
Right.
and how you can optimize your content to stand out.
Okay. That sounds incredibly helpful. But can you give me like a concrete example?
Sure.
How would someone actually use Surfer SEO?
So let's say you're writing a blog post about healthy breakfast recipes.
Okay.
Surface SEO can analyze the top ranking pages for that keyword
Uh-huh.
and tell you things like what other keywords those pages are using, how long those articles are, what kind of headings they use,
Oh, wow.
even how often they use certain words.
So it's like getting a sneak peek into what's already working
Yeah.
and then using that information to make your content even better.
Precisely.
Hmm.
It takes the guesswork out of SEO. You're not just like blindly throwing keywords around.
Right.
You're using data-driven insights to craft content that's more likely to rank well.
That makes a lot of sense. And what about Clearscope? Does it do something similar?
Clearscope is also about optimizing content for search engines.
Okay.
But it focuses more on the structure and readability of your content. So it analyzes top-performing content and then gives you suggestions on how to organize your headings and subheadings.
Right.
What questions to answer in your content,
Right.
what keywords to include, and how often to use them.
It's almost like having an AI outline generator
Yeah,
that's specifically designed to help you rank higher.
that's a great way to put it.
Okay, so both SurferSEO and Clearscope can save you a ton of time and effort,
For sure.
and they can help you create content that's both informative and optimized for search engines.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm definitely starting to see the appeal of these AI SEO tools.
Good.
You mentioned earlier that there are also AI tools for marketing.
Yeah,
Can you tell me more about those?
absolutely. Tools like copy.ai and WriteSonic are designed to help you create various kinds of marketing content quickly and effectively.
Like what specifically? Give me some examples.
So let's say you need to write a catchy tagline for a new product launch.
Okay.
You could feed some basic information about the product into copy.ai,
Uh-huh.
and it could generate several different options for you to choose from.
Wow.
Or maybe you're struggling to write a compelling email subject line that will get people to open your message.
Right.
WriteSonic could analyze your target audience and suggest subject lines that are more likely to grab their attention.
So it's like having a whole team of copywriters at your fingertips,
Yeah.
ready to come up with clever ideas on demand. That's incredible.
It is pretty amazing.
But how do these tools differ from the AI writing assistants we talked about earlier?
The main difference is their focus the shape. AI writing assistants like ChatGPT and Jasper are more general purpose.
Right.
They can be used for a variety of writing tasks.
Mm.
Tools like copy.ai and WriteSonic are specifically designed for marketing purposes.
Mm.
They have features and templates that are optimized for creating different types of marketing content.
Interesting. So if you're really serious about marketing your content effectively,
Yeah.
it might be worth exploring these specialized tools.
Exactly. Now, we've talked about tools for writing, editing, SEO, and marketing,
Right.
but there's one more category of AI tools that can be incredibly valuable for content creators.
Okay.
Tools for research.
Oh, right. Because before you can write anything, you often need to do a lot of research.
Yeah.
And that can be a real time suck.
It can.
How can AI help with that?
Tools like Phrase and ScaleNut are changing the game when it comes to content research.
Okay.
They can analyze huge amounts of information in a fraction of the time it would take a human.
Can you give me a specific example of how someone might use these tools in their research process?
Sure. Imagine you're writing an article about the benefits of plant-based diets.
Okay.
You could use Phrase to analyze the top-ranking articles on that topic,
Uh-huh.
identifying the key themes and arguments those articles cover,
Mm.
the questions they address, the sources they cite,
Wow.
even the overall sentiment around the topic.
So instead of spending hours reading through dozens of articles,
Right.
Phrase can give you a concise overview of the most important information.
Exactly. It's like having an AI research assistant
Yeah.
that can summarize key findings and point you in the right direction.
Mm.
And then you can dive deeper into the areas that are most relevant to your specific article.
That sounds incredibly efficient.
Cool.
And what about ScaleNut? What does it bring to the table?
ScaleNut is more of an all-in-one content creation platform.
Okay.
It has features for research planning, writing, and optimization.
Wow, that's a lot. Can you break that down a bit more?
Sure. Let's say you're working on a long-form blog post about the history of coffee.
Okay.
ScaleNet could help you with things like identifying relevant keywords and search terms,
Mm-hmm.
analyzing competitor content to see what's already ranking well, generating a detailed content outline that covers all the essential points,
Right.
even suggesting relevant images and videos to include in your post.
Okay, so it's like having an AI content strategist.
Yeah.
That helps you plan, create, and optimize your content from start to finish.
That's a great way to put it. These AI research tools can be huge time savers,
Yeah.
and they can help you create content that is well-researched, informative, and engaging.
This is all really fascinating stuff.
It is.
But I have to admit, part of me is still a little wary of relying too heavily on AI. Does it make our writing sound robotic?
It's a valid concern, and it's important to remember that AI is a tool, not a replacement for human creativity.
Okay, so how do we strike that balance?
Yeah.
How do we use AI to enhance our writing without losing our own unique voice?
It's about using AI strategically. Think of it as a collaborative process.
Okay.
You can use AI to generate ideas, get insights, and streamline your workflow. But then you bring your own creativity, personality, and expertise to shape that raw material into something truly compelling.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not about letting AI write for us.
Right.
It's about using AI to become better writers ourselves.
Exactly. And remember, the AI landscape is constantly evolving. New tools are emerging all the time, and the capabilities of existing tools are always improving.
So it's important to stay curious, experiment with different options, and find the tools that best fit your needs and writing style.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe someday AI will be able to write the next great American novel.
Yeah.
But until then, it's up to us humans to bring that spark of creativity and originality to the table.
Okay, that's a good point. I think I'm starting to see how AI can be a powerful ally for content creators.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing human writers. It's about giving us new tools and possibility.
Exactly. And with the right approach, we can use AI to unlock our creative potential and produce content that is more engaging, informative, and impactful than ever before.
Okay, I'm definitely feeling more excited about the potential of AI now.
Good.
And speaking of potential, I'm really curious to hear what you think the future holds for AI and content writing.
Well, that's a big question, and I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. But one thing is for sure, AI is going to continue to play a bigger and bigger role in the way we create and consume content.
I'm ready for the ride. So we've talked about how AI can help us generate ideas, refine our writing, and even do the heavy lifting when it comes to research. But I think there's still this lingering question of what it all means for the future of writing.
Right. Yeah, it's a question a lot of people are grappling with.
Yeah.
Will AI eventually replace human writers altogether? It's a natural concern, especially as these tools become more and more sophisticated.
Exactly. I mean, some of the things these AI tools can do are pretty mind-blowing. So how do we make sure we don't become obsolete? What does the future hold for us flesh and blood writers?
Well, I think it's important to remember that at its core, AI is a tool. It's like a really advanced typewriter or a superpowered thesaurus. It can help us write faster and more efficiently, but it can't replace the human element of storytelling.
Okay, so it's about using AI to augment our skills, not to replace them entirely. But what does that look like in practice? How do we find that balance between human creativity and AI assistance?
I think it starts with understanding the strengths and limitations of both AI and human writers. AI is great at things like processing information, identifying patterns, and generating text that is grammatically correct and factually accurate. But it struggles with things like empathy, originality, and emotional depth.
So AI can write a report or a news article, but it can't write a novel that will make you cry or a poem that will stir your soul.
Exactly. Those are the things that require a uniquely human touch. That's where our creativity, our experiences, and our understanding of the world come into play.
So it sounds like the future of writing isn't about humans versus AI. It's about humans and AI working together.
I think that's a great way to put it. We can use AI to take care of the more tedious and time-consuming tasks like research outlining and fact-checking. And that frees us up to focus on the things that only humans can do, infuse our writing with personality, emotion, and insight.
It's almost like AI becomes our writing partner, helping us to become better writers ourselves.
Exactly. And I think as AI continues to evolve, we'll see even more opportunities for this kind of collaboration. We might have AI tools that can help us brainstorm ideas, develop characters, or even generate entire plot lines. But it will still be up to us, human writers, to bring those stories to life.
That's a really exciting prospect. It's like we're entering a new era of storytelling where the possibilities are endless.
I think so too. And as we navigate this new landscape, it's important to stay curious, to experiment and to embrace the potential of AI to help us push the boundaries of what's possible in writing.
So to all the writers out there listening, don't be afraid to dive into the world of AI, explore these tools, see what they can do for you, and find ways to integrate them into your creative process.
And remember, the most important thing is to stay true to your own voice, your own vision, and your own unique way of telling stories.
Well said. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AI for content writing.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating conversation.
We hope you found it informative and maybe even a little bit inspiring. And who knows, maybe AI will even help us